YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with another video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please like the video, and please comment your opinion down below. And if you shop with a popular shopping app, Temu, please use my link down below. You'll get a nice little discount, and you might get a nice little gift as well. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's get right into the video, man. So listen, we done with the 90s, all right? we done with the 90s, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. Let me start off by saying the Attitude Era was very cool. As I can go back and watch it, you know, I've watched a lot of matches, a lot of segments, and the Attitude Era was fun. It was about sex, violence, controversy, and profanity. That is what the Attitude Era was. The wrestling did not take precedent over the storylines. The storylines ran the Attitude Era, and of course, the big beef with WCW. Obviously, the Attitude Era was WWF, which was like 1997 to 2001. WWE became official in 2002, and that's when we actually got World Wrestling Entertainment. We know when they moved away from the Federation. But let me say this: the Ruthless Aggression Era was I'm gonna say way better than the Attitude Era. The Ruthless Aggression Era was way better, not just better, but like in comparison, it was better all around. The wrestling, the stories, the characters, the women's wrestling, and the presentation was better. Now, Black Couch, how you gonna say the presentation was better? Of course it's gonna get better over time. Shut your bitch ass up. That's not what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the presentation, I'm talking about the presentation of the character, not just the physical things like, oh, we got a new show banner, we got Smackdown with a fist. I'm talking about the presentation of the characters and how things played out. Bro, the Ruthless Aggression Era gave us some of the best commercials to pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life. When WrestleMania went Hollywood the first time, that was the first time when they went Hollywood and they did all those fake like spoof trailers and spoof movies with WWE superstars. That was fire. The Royal Rumble, remember when they were all on the subway in the train and they was fighting on the subway, and it's like, bro, you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm so excited. I can't even follow the script like that. That's how much I really enjoy the Ruthless Aggression Era. Need not I say more? 2002 to 2008, the Ruthless Aggression Era. John Cena, Batista, Edge got his big run in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Randy Orton, Shelton Benjamin. Did I say Brock Lesnar already? Bobby Lashley. Booker T finally won a world championship. Like what more do I have to say? Carlito, Unmasked Kane. The Ruthless Aggression Era is full of fire. And don't let me get started with the women. Oh man, Trish Stratus and Lita finally got the, you know what, I'm gonna start there. Trish Stratus and Lita finally got the opportunity to really show how great they were as WWE superstars, as wrestlers. Trish Stratus was subjugated to the most vile, disgusting, I'm not gonna take it. Should I take it that far? Let me just say this. It was very objectifying, and no one knew how talented Trish Stratus really was until the Ruthless Aggression Era, where she could really compete and she could really just wrestle and not have to bark like a dog or kiss an old man who she's not attracted to, or just do things that were just strictly sexual. She was basically used like strictly as a sex object in the Attitude Era. But the Ruthless Aggression Era, things changed. Things changed as to where you could really pay attention to women's wrestling. Like, oh yeah, this is really good. The Attitude Era, they had still the sexy women and stuff like that, but the only wrestler I would say the most noteworthy was Chyna. She wasn't really, and she was even, you know, she was used as clickbait for sex and stuff like that. That's just the era, and you know, I'm not even going to judge Vince McMahon, whoever, for booking it like that during that era, because we still had bra and panties matches, we still had mud and stuff like that during the Ruthless Aggression Era. You know what? I'm a guy. I wasn't mad at it. The women look good. Hey, I was a young boy and I was into it. However, I started to notice a shift with the actual wrestling. Trish Stratus, Lita, Melina, Victoria, even Tori Wilson was starting to put in some work that I didn't know. You know, looking back at what she was doing before versus what she was doing in that era, she was doing way more. Women actually had more of an opportunity to wrestle. There were still like 5-minute matches, and they weren't booked the best. But Trish Stratus and Lita had a hell of a rivalry that a lot of people were looking forward to watching that match more than the men sometimes. Maria was doing her thing. You might not think she's the greatest wrestler ever, but the Ruthless Aggression Era really paved the way for where women are today, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. The women are still sexy today. There's still certain things going on that I'm sure a lot of women might want to change, but the wrestling now is top tier because of what was laid in the foundation of the Ruthless Aggression Era. The Attitude Era wrestling for the women was dog shit. Instead of wrestling for 5 minutes, they was wrestling for 2 minutes. So we can say that. But now the women's wrestling is better. So that's one point. What else is better? The stars. There were better stars in the Ruthless Aggression Era. I just named a whole bunch of Batista, John Cena, Booker T. Booker T's run in the Ruthless Aggression Era was way better than his previous run. Triple H and Shawn Michaels arguably had way better matches in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. Triple H starting Evolution. Triple H going against the likes of John Cena, and going against the likes of Batista and Randy Orton and Edge. Triple H had way better matches in the Ruthless Aggression Era than the Attitude Era. The only thing the Attitude Era really did for Triple H was like our introduction, and he was just very cool. Like, him and Shawn Michaels was cool in the Attitude Era. However, Triple H and Shawn Michaels wrestling, I feel, matured more in the Ruthless Aggression Era, and we've seen some of the wildest matches you can ever imagine in that Ruthless Aggression Era. 3 Stages of Hell matches, the Elimination Chamber matches that were going on. Like, come on, guys. My favorite superstar, Edge, became the rated R superstar in the Ruthless Aggression Era. When he first came up, they didn't know what to do with him. They was like, he's gonna be the guy, but how do we get him to the point where he's the guy? He became the guy in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Jeff Hardy became the guy. Well, I might have to backtrack on that one. However, Jeff Hardy did have some banger matches. You know, when he first came back to Raw, what was that, 2006, with Johnny Nitro. Speaking of which, Eminem. We had some great tag teams, London and Kendrick. We had Deuce and Domino. Les K and Trevor Murdoch was a great tag team. I don't give a damn what you say. We had La Resistance, bro. Oh, wait a minute, man. The Ruthless Aggression Era has some of the best tag team gimmicks that you've ever seen. The tag team gimmicks in the Attitude Era was ass. All they had was the Dudley Boys, the Hardys, and the Hardys and Edge and Christian. But in the Ruthless Aggression Era, it was so creative. Creative was doing a way better job booking in the Ruthless Aggression Era, bro. The standard 2 guys tag team, 1 woman valet, that was very common, but it was cool, man. London and Kendrick and Ashley, Eminem, Deuce and Domino. I mean, it was working out, man. You can't say that it wasn't fire, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. And as much as I talk shit about ECW, because ECW did come back in the Ruthless Aggression Era, remember those ECW One Night Stand pay-per-views. The pay-per-views where Rob Van Dam beat John Cena. The pay-per-view in the same pay-per-view where Edge helped Rob Van Dam beat John Cena. When Edge and Mick Foley went against Terry Funk and was it Tommy Dreamer? I believe so. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But Ruthless Aggression Era was fire, bro. John Cena is a bigger star than Hulk Hogan. John Cena is a bigger star than Hulk Hogan. Now, obviously, I can't really know about the star power of Hulk Hogan back then, but that weak-ass leg drop ain't got shit on what John Cena did for WWE as a company, elevated him to brand new heights. Ric Flair was having a time of his life, an old-ass man wrestling some of his best matches in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker in the Ruthless Aggression Era is one of the best matches ever. WrestleMania 22 is one of the best WrestleManias ever. WrestleMania 23, one of the best WrestleManias ever. Yo, all of the great WrestleManias were in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Obviously, there were good ones afterwards, but the greatest WrestleManias were in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Now, if I'm talking about shit that overlaps in 09 and 10, I still kind of count 09 and 10 as part of the Ruthless Aggression Era, in my opinion. But obviously, if you Google it and you look up stuff, they say, well, no, not really. It stopped in '08. But that's just my opinion, guys. I know I'm all over the place, but I couldn't stick to the script. I gotta talk to y'all like this, bro. The Attitude Era, Stone Cold and The Rock was running things, bro. Undertaker was running things, but the streak wasn't even relevant in the Attitude Era. So how the fuck you gonna tell me the Attitude Era better than the Ruthless Aggression Era when the streak became relevant in the Ruthless Aggression Era? People didn't care. People wasn't even paying attention that Undertaker was undefeated until the Ruthless Aggression Era. Like, oh shit, we got the streak going on. Undertaker never lost at WrestleMania. Unmasked Kane with that theme song by Finger 11 was way better than that old ass Kane theme song. Unmasked Kane was fire. We had Snitsky. We had Eugene. We had... Come on, man. The Hurricane was going crazy. Victoria is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. And speaking of which, Beth Phoenix. We had Beth Phoenix. We had Umaga. Who was fucking with Umaga had the run of his life, rest in peace, in the Ruthless Aggression Era? Y'all can't be serious. The Attitude Era was better than the Ruthless Aggression Era? I'm all over the place, but you gotta stick with me here. We done with the 90s. The 2000s taking over. Rapping John Cena. John Cena went fucking a platinum selling rapper off one album. And that album is decent. It's not ass. I actually enjoy it myself. John Cena stars in The Marine. Kane comes out with See No Evil. Come on, man. The Ruthless Aggression Era, Shawn Michaels wasn't on drugs no more. Come on, need I say more? DX. My first introduction in DX was the Ruthless Aggression Era. It wasn't as dope as the Attitude Era, but DX was fire. As a little kid in the 6th grade, watching DX paint the camera with the green spray paint and putting the spray paint on Vince McMahon's private jet. Come on, man. Watching Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle go at it. Watching Shane McMahon go at it with DX. Watching Randy Orton and Punk kick Stephanie McMahon. RKO Stephanie McMahon. Then give her a kiss. My first introduction to Cody Rhodes, the Legacy rated RKO. Yeah, y'all don't hear me. Yeah, y'all don't hear me for real, bro. Please argue in the comments why the Attitude Era is better than Ruthless Aggression Era, and I'll tell you why you've been smoking crack for so long. The Ruthless Aggression Era is the greatest period of wrestling. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Alright? The Ruthless Aggression Era is better than the fucking current era. Keep it a buck. The motherfuckers had a ladder match for custody of a kid. Eddie Guerrero had the run of his life. Rey Mysterio had the run of his life. JBL had found relevancy in the Ruthless Aggression Era. JBL was way better than being Bradshaw and APA. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You shitting me if you think I'm lying about that. The Boogeyman? Man. Finley had a hell of a run. The Cruiserweight Championship was at all-time relevancy. Chavo Guerrero had one of the best theme songs. Man, fuck out of here, bro. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. It's fine though. It's fine though. The Ruthless Aggression Era was better. Please comment down below, and then we could get into it. We could talk about it, man. I don't need facts. I don't need order. I don't need none of that.